In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly why you should avoid moving to Pearland, Texas at all costs unless you can handle these facts. Now, there are some real drawbacks about living in Pearland, Texas that you should really be aware of before you decide to make that move. Now, I'm going to list each one of these shortcomings in this video, so y'all stay tuned. And welcome to our channel. If you're new to this channel, it's all about what it's really like living in the greater Houston-Galveston Bay area. Hi, my name is Sherry Hensley, and I'm a native Houstonian and realtor. We get so many phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you who are researching for the best place to live along the Gulf Coast. Are you thinking about moving to the greater Houston-Galveston area? Maybe a suburb somewhere between Galveston and Houston? We are here to make your move to the greater Gulf Coast area a seamless process. Now, I have 6 decades of my life here on the Gulf Coast, and I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of living in Pearland, Texas. And y'all, we're getting to it right now. Now, I'm going to tell you what it's like to live, work, and play in Pearland, Texas. If you're not new to this channel, welcome back. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, click that little bell. You'll get notified every time we put up a new video episode. And this will also allow YouTube to push it out to people just like you who are also looking to live in Pearland, Texas. Let's talk about those facts that may make you think twice about living in Pearland, Texas. We have pretty extreme summers on the Gulf Coast, and Pearland's really no exception. Although my great-grandmother always said, "Honey, the heat is great for your skin." Temperatures can range anywhere from 80 degrees all the way up to over 100 degrees in the summertime. Now, we have 100% humidity, and don't forget that heat index. Many days are going to be well over 100 degrees. It's hot and humid and sticky and muggy. If you aren't used to the extreme heat, you may not want to endure these temperatures. Now, word of the wise, locals, we don't exercise or mow in the heat of the day, and we carry bottled water just about everywhere we go to keep hydrated. Did you know that Houston, Texas is the most air-conditioned city in the nation? It's hot here in Texas. AC is not a luxury here, y'all. It's mandatory. If you cannot handle Hades hot, the Houston Pearland area, well, it may not be for you. In Texas, we really do have high property taxes. Now, the state of Texas does not have a state income tax, so you get to keep more of your earnings. But the county and the city, well, they need to run, so you're going to see higher property taxes here. Tax rates are about 2.5% in this inner city, but when you get in the suburbs, you can get anywhere up to 3 or 4% in your property tax. Now, let me explain what that means. Pearland is going to have a base property tax, like I said, in the city. And in the suburbs, it's going to be higher. This is going to be due to a MUD tax. This is a municipal utility district tax that was a bond that was sold so the water and sewer and utilities could be installed and maintained when the subdivision was first developed. Now, all owners pay this tax every year. Your home is going to be valued by the county appraisal district every year. They're going to take this value and then they're going to multiply it by the tax rate. Now, this is the amount of tax you're going to pay every single year. There are deductions to help you reduce this tax exposure. One of them is a homestead exemption. You get about 25% off the top. Now, there's also an over 65 exemption, which can save you some more. And there are also disability exemptions available too. So if you buy a home in the suburbs, further out of Pearland, a MUD tax on your $700,000 house, well, the property taxes could be anywhere from $20,000 to $28,000 in property taxes before any exemptions are filed. Now, these property taxes are due every single year. Property taxes aren't cheap, y'all. Hurricane season here on the Gulf Coast is from June 1st to November 1st. Storms are most often seen landing here in August or September, which incidentally is our hottest months. Pearland is close to the coast and is barely above sea level. Now, you will see some flooding. The last major hurricanes we saw in this part of the country were Harvey and Ike. Now, Harvey brought torrential rains that just pounded on us for hours upon hours. I think it was like 48 hours. Now, Hurricane Ike barreled up the Houston Ship Channel. There are going to be areas that are more prone to flooding. So always ask your realtor if the home you're interested in is in a flood zone. Did it have any damage from previous hurricanes? Your lender will require a 1-year prepaid flood policy if you are in a flood zone. Check FEMA maps, talk to an insurance agent, and your trusted realtor. The Houston area was all over the news when the Cajun Navy came to rescue many folks from their flooded homes during Harvey. Now, it really doesn't get frigidly cold or really even cooler in the Pearland area until about the end of October or November. Now, the busiest times, as I said, for hurricanes is in August and September. And it's hot here. And with those storms, tree limbs get knocked down, power lines, transformers blow, and there's going to be some power outages. During Ike, we were without power for 21 days. A transformer had blown in the neighborhood. The whole neighborhood was without power for 21 days. Now, we were lucky and we found a gas generator at a pawn shop, and it ran our fridge, our microwave, and our fan. We just had to go find gas every morning to fill it up. Now, I know I lost a lot of weight from sweating those 3 weeks without AC and without probably a good food. It really was like camping out. Now, you've got to have some grit to be able to endure this weather, y'all. So if the heat, the hurricanes, and the taxes haven't scared you from moving to Pearland, well, maybe the traffic will. Living just south of the 4th largest city in the nation with over 4 million people on our roads could be enough reason to never ever move to Pearland if you have to commute to Houston for work. I'm just going to say it. The traffic in Houston sucks. It's terrible. I grew up in Houston and I can honestly say it's awful. Did you know that Houstonians spend over 48 hours a year in their cars? Some days it feels like you're in that traffic for 48 hours in one stretch. People moving to Houston, the city's expanding far and wide, all these suburban areas and small towns. Many families move to the suburban cities and they give their children great schools and after-school amenities. The suburban areas are really the best of both worlds, and many folks do commute. The government has had to build new highways and toll roads. Oh my, it's just crazy. You might consider owning a home close to your employer if you can't work from home to avoid this daily craziness. Peak traffic times are 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Now, y'all, you just got to pack your patience. I bring coffee or tea and maybe a snack. I turn on my favorite radio station and just ride it out. Mosquitoes, y'all. The coast is humid and is a perfect breeding ground for those mosquitoes. Those bloodsuckers will catch you and leave whelps all over your body. Well, they do mine anyway. Now, I keep the skin so soft and other insect repellent ready at all times. Word to the wise, y'all, please don't leave any standing water anywhere around your home. Flower pots, trash cans, whatever will hold water, turn it upside down. Y'all, this is a breeding ground for those bloodsuckers. We pay about $240 a month for high-speed internet, cable, and 2 boxes. Now, I admit I have some premium packages because my husband loves sports and I love to unwind with some of my favorite cable TV shows. We both work from home, so high-speed internet is a must. A lot of folks are working from home post-COVID. What are you paying for cable and high-speed internet? Comment below, y'all. I want to know. We really don't have adequate citywide transportation in Pearland, so a car is really a necessity, especially if you have to commute to Houston. Now, if you don't want to drive into Houston, you could use Park and Ride. These lots are strategically placed in the suburbs, which allow bus service at peak time for commuters in the burbs. This is a great option, and you let someone else do the driving if you live in the suburbs. Read a book. Relax. Another option is our HOV lanes. This is great for getting in and out of town in a hurry. Now, you got to have 2 or more commuters to enjoy this toll lane of sorts. Now, I know I've said this several times. Pearland is a car-dependent city. In Texas, we love our cars and trucks here and the freedom to move about as we please, when we please. On that note, with everything being bigger in Texas, Houston has a few toll roads to get you around the city for a fee. We've got the Hardy Toll Road, the Beltway 8, the Grand Parkway 99, the Fort Bend Tollway, and the West Park Tollway. Houston is so spread out that we've had to build more freeways and highways just to get us around town and to all these suburbs. Toll fees are used to fund and pay for the toll roads, not our tax dollars. So if you don't use the toll road, you don't have to pay. Some folks pay at the toll booth as they use it, or you can get an Easy Tag Pass, which is just that. The tag is attached to your windshield. You pass through the toll booth easily without stopping. Now, they have these toll booths stretched out all along the toll roads. Each section is going to run you somewhere between $1.50 and $2. So if you're going from Pearland, the south part of Houston, and you want to go north, you could rack up $10 or more one way. Now, the toll road keeps a credit card on file. When you've depleted your account, it's replenished at, I think, about $40. You'll see these toll roads in other cities like Austin. It's pretty much inevitable that if you're traveling in the suburbs in and around Houston, you're going to run into a toll road. And don't even think you can ride that toll free. They will hunt you down and make you pay those fees. They take a picture of cars as they pass through the toll booth. Do the right thing, get a pass, and enjoy the toll roads. I hope you've gotten some value out of this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.